Hello, this is Ingrid Boudet from No More Noise Toronto, and this is a short tutorial on sending an email and registering to speak to the Toronto Police Services Board Budget Committee. So from my newsletter, which you can find, it will be replaced right here. You can also find it in featured media. And you can also find it in your inbox if you're a No More Noise Toronto news, no More Noise Toronto member. So here is the latest newsletter, soon to come out. And in here is a section called the Toronto Police Services Board Budget. So you can click that little navigation bar and go down here. So many of you sent in emails for the September 12th meeting. All of those emails were moved to the meeting on October 2nd. You do not need to send another email. If you registered to speak for the September 12th meeting, you need to do so again by clicking this link. And if you want to send a new email or an additional one, you can click here. There is another meeting on November 27th, 2024. So if October 2nd doesn't work for you, that's just fine. You'll be able to get things done. Hopefully you'll be able to prepare for November 27th. What we are going to talk about is what we need to tell them in their budget, in their meeting, is that they don't have the resources to battle the illegal mufflers effectively, and they understand that. And even though they said that automated enforcement was their chosen solution, and last time I told you to speak about noise cameras, the noise cameras would actually be purchased by the city. So at this time, we need to tell the police that they need to do more to protect the public from grossly excessive vehicle noise. On this page is also some more information regarding the committee and the dates. So I'm going to go to click here, and this will take you to making a deputation to the budget committee. There is either written deputations or speaking deputations. There is a deadline to submit this, and this particular line here is not correct. They have actually said that any deputation to the budget committee for October 2nd must be in by 12 p.m. on Tuesday, October 1st. They've got 2023. It's actually 2024, but that's okay. So I'm going to go a little bit more into the deputations in a moment, and the topic as well. So in order to request to make a deputation, you enter your name, organization. You can put No More Noise in there or not. You can do an email. You need to enter your email address and phone number. So you can prefer to give your deputation in person. When I registered to do this last time, I got a confirmation very quickly, and the meeting will be held at City Hall at, and I believe at 6 p.m. But if you should be getting confirmation on what that actually is. The WebEx or by phone, you can also depute remotely, and you can do a written deputation, which is basically sending an email. So here you either have a choice to upload a written deputation, which is a separate document, or you can enter a written deputation here. When you're done, click submit. And again, you need to do this by 12 p.m. on Tuesday, October 1st, 2023. So I've created some resources to help you. And so here we have general information and how to register to speak or send an email. So let's have a look at that. Here is some more information again, in case this is the only page you land on. I've duplicated some things on the Toronto Police Services Board, how to link to make a deputation. Here again, you have to speak no later or register or send your email no later than 12 noon, October 1st. And the meeting will take place at City Hall. So you are given 5 minutes to speak, and you will speak in the order of registration. However, if there's many speakers, you may only get 3 minutes. So be prepared for that. And here's the forms, here's the fields that you need to fill in. And we're making this right now. Going back to here, building your story and speaking points. Many people just need a little bit of help and understanding what to write about and how to have a structure. So building your story, you want to have an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. Basically, the introduction is about you and what you're there to speak about. And then in the body, it's how does noise impact your health? And what are some other statistics or facts that you can use to bolster your deputation? And what's the decision you want the board to make? So I've provided some speaking points down here. Again, this is about how noise impacts your health and that they aren't spending enough money on addressing it. This is where we don't want to get into the weeds and the solution. We want to just tell them that they need to do more. So you can look through these points. And if you want to talk about health impacts, there's some down here that you can add into your story. Then I have an email for you to copy paste. So again, I've included some information here on the top in case this is the only page you land on. But here I've provided a template for you. So what I'm going to do is basically start a Word document. Start a brand new document. And I'm just going to make that a little bit smaller. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all of this. And so you can go up to the edit menu up here and do copy. And then I'm going to bring up my Word document, and then I'm going to make it a bit bigger. And then I'm going to go to home, and then I have paste. Also Control V works for that. So here is now where you have this in your computer, and you can enter your name here and what ward you live in, and you can edit freely. So this is where I like you to put your information in here, and I've added some prompts. In my area, the noise from vehicles has gotten so loud that I get woken up multiple times a night. It has also impacted my sleep, which has caused me to be less productive at work and low on energy. It has also impacted my attention and focus, which has caused me to have troubles at work, let's say, or it's made me irritable and annoyed, which has increased the stress in my, it would increase the stress in my body. And then maybe talk about the frequency, how often you are subjected to this. Then here is a bit of a ask for them. They need to do more to eliminate illegal exhausts modifications on our streets. And then here's a space where you can, I'm hoping you add your own points. And then this is a conclusion. And when I was speaking to the Toronto Police Services, there's a gentleman that I work with, Sean Shapiro, and he suggested creating a sound task force would be a good suggestion to make. So that's what I've included. So then what you can do when you are done all of this, you can either do a file, save as PDF. So you would need to make sure to change that as a PDF. I'm sure they also take Word documents too. But what you can also do is, again, take this and go to Home if you're in Word, or Google Docs will have something else, and go to Copy. And then go back to that this form here, and then you can literally like right click on your mouse and do paste. And there's your deputation right in there. So you can either attach that as a file, or you can paste it right in here and then click submit. And you should get a response fairly quickly. So with that, I hope that you do register to speak or send an email. And note that the city will be holding its public consultations later this year and into next year. So they might start up in early November. So we will make sure to let you know how you can speak and send emails to make sure that the police and the city do all they can do to reduce vanity noise and loud vehicles from our streets. Thanks so much. I hope you have a great day, and I always wish you a good sleep.